Don't blink, it's your boy Ink. Welcome to the show. This is Young because I'm having a wonderful day on this 25th November 2024. What a good day. What an amazing day. We had the sunrise, sunset behind us. Today we're reviewing the Hunger Game. And the reason for that is actually a really cool reason. I don't think I need a good reason, but I'll give you a good reason. We started working, and I found an application. Shout out to Speechify, which is an application where you can put PDF file, which is basically books you can find on the internet for free, and then listen to them. Thanks to that application. So one of the books that I downloaded is, drumroll please, Hunger Games. You're right. I don't know how you guys guessed that, but you guys are phenomenal. So I want to watch the movie first before even reading the books, because usually I'm more of a book kind of guy. With the Harry Potter, with the Lord of the Rings, with the... Fun fact, I never actively... Yeah, that used to be me, bro. Yeah, it used to be me a couple months ago. I'm joking. We used to... We never actually read the complete trilogy of Lord of the Rings, which I want to do badly. I want to do really, really badly. So long story short, we're gonna review the movie for that exact reason, and that is pretty much it, I guess. The Hunger Game movie, the first one, we just finished watching it. It's the classic. See, with these movies, and I know it's meant to be like for younger people, I always had this problem of, holy, I have to check my batteries here. I have to check my battery, because it's cold outside. There's always this not necessarily problem in the fact that there's no in middle. There's only good guys and only bad guys. So you look at the capital, you look at the first district, the second district as bad people, right? And the 12th district, you see, you're supposed to feel bad for them. They're broke. They're living in hard condition. But then, as there's something sweeter right now. As I watch it, in the hope of being able to review it, I think one of the most important characters is Gale. It's Prim and Gale, which is... Okay, so the main character of the series isn't Peeta, is in fucking... well, that's pretty much the only character I remember the name. It's Katniss. And Katniss, she lived the stuff life, right? And you're supposed to feel bad for her. Katniss, whole character arc, the old reason why we love her is because she's a girl on fire. She's the girl from the district who nobody believed in, but she rebelled against the capital. She's the girl that nobody thought she had a chance, but she actually had a chance. She's the girl that was supposed to be a broke-ass biatch, but ended up being a freaking badass hero, you know? And that's her old heart. That's the entire reason why people like Katniss. And I think here the reason why we like Katniss is, once again, she's the underdog. She's the perfect underdog. You see, Peeta, we like him because he's the friend or the teammate. Let's call him teammate of Katniss. But you see, Peeta is a weird case. Peeta is absolutely a weird case. Peeta was a member of District 12, but kind of like he had a better life than Katniss. So like, we know you're from a shitty district, but kind of had a good life. Katniss had a shitty life. We see with her mom that did a depression when her father died, and she couldn't even think. You see her being the parental figure, or the parenting child, for her sister Prim. We're seeing Gale, who's talking about running away. We're seeing Gale as this love interest, where those people are supposed to suffer, but there's actually real love for it. So she's having this shitty life, but then there's hope. And you see what is really cool about that movie. And as a kid, I was just like, okay, well, this is a cool movie. As a kid, I had a huge crush on what's her name? Jennifer Lawrence. Now, we're gonna pretend that it ended at when I was a kid, and it's still not the case. No? Okay. I was hoping for something here, but you gotta see that it's actually fun because we have the main bad guy, which is Snow. And Snow, not Jon Snow, because Jon Snow is another series. He's this guy who is in charge of the games, which is the Hunger Games. Fun fact, the Hunger Games are actually based on a true story. There's actual Hunger Games out there. They're not the same thing, but it's inspired by something that really is going on. Hunger Games are real. Check it out. And it's Snow, which is again, Snow, the nicest thing was that he kind of built the 12th district, he kind of built them a system for how it works. And it's funny because I wasn't checking that, right? I wasn't checking for how it works. But then you realize that I was watching Assassination Classroom, and Assassination Classroom talked about this. They're like, okay, well, you got 90% of the kids of the class, of the school, that are going to make fun of the people in that class, in a class of assassination, because they're shitty students. They have the shitty grades, and because they have shitty grades, they're not able to join the mainland, if you will. So even though there's districts that are suffering more than others, it's to show like, yo, you're in a good district, you're lucky, you're extremely lucky. You're in a bad district, work hard, and with a bit of chance, you'll be in a better district, right? And the first district is the best one, and the 12th district is the bad one. And it's funny because it's the worst one. It's funny because in the first district, they're actually training to become soldier. That way they have a bigger chance in the games, which is completely unfair. But then we have Bjorn Ironside from freaking Vikings, right? With Vikings. The son of Ragnar Lodbrok. And it's actually a good movie. So the sad thing is, the Hunger Games are cool. It's really cool. It's a good part, but the almost the prologue, the leading to the games are a bit better. You know, it's a bit better. Even the it's a shitty thing. You see, like their trainer, which is played by Woody. I love Woody. He's in a position where he gets drunk because he knows the truth of how shitty those game is, and he's kind of depressed, but he's their only hope. And you kind of dislike him because he's such shitty characters, but then you realize why he's shitty. So the actual book, the actual movie is really well put. When you think about it, it's actually really well made. It's very complex. For example, we know why the mom she was like that, but we know why. So you see, it's the details. But the mom, she became so like depressed because her father died, because Katniss' father and Prim's father died, that she was like, okay, well, I cannot function. And then Katniss was the older sister, had to take care of the younger sister. So why is that important? Well, the whole reason why Katniss she volunteered herself. So why does she volunteer herself? Because there has to be a game where it's a union of 12 districts where there's a girl and there's a male, a guy and a girl, I don't know why I said male, who goes to battle, and there's only one winner, but the winner is granted a life of sucker. He's able to do whatever the fuck he wants. He's a bad boy, he's a badass. And the name, if you have a volunteer, he's promised glory, but if you don't have, they pick a name, and she picked out, the name that's picked out is the younger sister of Katniss. And like, holy shit, I volunteer for her. I don't take her, take me. But the whole reason she volunteered is because the mom wasn't there. A lot of little details like that are kind of cool. For example, that Peeta, which is kind of a sad character. Peeta, and you kind of hate him, but you kind of like him. So Peeta betrays Katniss. Spoiler, where were you 20 years ago when that movie first came out? Peeta, which is supposed to be the co-worker of Katniss, he's supposed to work with Katniss. However, no matter how well they work together, there's only one victor. So, for example, if Peeta was to go in the finale with Katniss would have to kill Peeta. Now, during the movie, they changed that rule and they say, listen, if you're in the same district, you can live together. But at the first, it's not the same. So the first thing he does, and during the whole movie, and people are mad at Peeta. People are really mad, but again, the writing of the movie is actually phenomenal. You have multiple times Peeta explaining why he did it. You just didn't figure it out. The reason why he did it is because everybody else think that he has no chance, he's a loser. And Katniss, she's the one that's gonna win. Katniss is the winner. Katniss is so much better than him. If District 12 has a chance, it's Katniss. So when he's giving the opportunity to not necessarily sacrifice himself for Katniss, which again, Katniss. So the cool thing with Katniss, which is again Jennifer Lawrence, which is she's kind of a badass. She's kind of rebellious. She kind of doesn't give a shit, which is something that we love. But she also treats, in a lot of places, she kind of treats Peeta like shit. And Peeta's like, yo, first of all, you're gonna kill me, or I'm gonna have to go in a battle where only one of us can survive. You're treating me like shit when I'm only nice to you. Peeta, everything that he does it for Katniss, but she doesn't do shit for him. No, technically speaking, you're not. She isn't supposed to do something for him. You're still enemy at the end of the day. But still, Peeta does a lot for her, and then he's presented with the opportunity to survive and say, you know what, fuck her. I have a chance. I don't have a chance till the very end, but I have a chance to survive as long as I want, right? And those people are facing death. Those people are facing death. So, for example, right, if you're in jails, if you're in a jail, and they're telling you, look, you're gonna have to die. You did some horrible crimes, which was, I don't know what your crime was, but mine was being, I'm gonna say some stupid shit, like being too good looking, but again, somebody gonna clip that and gonna say, oh, what an asshole. My apologies. So, you're getting the chance, okay, well, your trial is tomorrow, you'll die in a week. Your trial is in a month, and you'll die in 2 months. What are you gonna choose? 2 months, you're right. You're right. So that's what Peeta does. And then you say, oh, Peeta's an asshole. No, he's not an asshole. He's a normal human being. You know? But and it's kind of nice because everybody treats Katniss super nicely. And again, we love Katniss. But she's favored. She's very favored. Like, for example, the guy who gives her the dress, he votes for her. The trainer, he chooses to train her versus training Peeta. And then you're like, okay, well, she is, and once again, she has a shitty life, but it's kind of cool. So the movie ends with like that. The movie ends with Peeta and Katniss surviving, which is amazing. It's a pretty good movie. I'm not gonna tell you how the games work because then I will have to explain every single death, and I will not explain the death of Ruth. I refuse to do so. Rest in peace to Ruth. That's pretty much it. Anyway, I love you guys. Oh, you know what? I'm not gonna explain the death of Ruth, and I'm gonna explain how good the writing is. Once again, I told you how close Katniss was to her sister, which is the only, and it's kind of crazy. The only alliance she kind of does, the only alliance she even tried to do, is not even with Peeta. And I'm talking about Katniss because she's the main character. If you guys didn't know, you guys know. And the funny thing is, the only alliance that she does is with Ruth. And Ruth kind of see her has a strong spirit. She kind of likes her because she's a badass. The only reason that Katniss likes Ruth is because she has a younger sister. And Ruth reminds her of her younger sister. So once again, fuck Peeta. The only guy that I seen, the only guy that I know personally, I'm going to be friends with somebody else because she reminds me of my sister. See, so even if it's explained, it's still a bit weird. I would have loved to see Peeta and Katniss were together before. See, the spoiler, big spoiler. Later in the books, it's always going to be in between Peeta and Katniss. Which you're going to choose, right? A sort of Twilight of the later on in life Twilight of Team Edward and Team Jacob, and she has to choose between Gil and Peeta, but you end up feeling bad for Peeta. It doesn't matter if you choose him or not. In the first movie, you end up feeling bad for him, and it's not a bad character. Actually, I really like the actor. He played in Brisha Terabithia, which is one of the best movie, not the best movie ever made, but still. And that's pretty much it. Anyway, love you guys. Take it easy. Peace.